Hey, everybody. Good evening, afternoon, morning, whenever you may be listening. We appreciate it. This is Ciege with my man E Carter. And as always, this is the weekly episode of Sports Entertainment and Extra
Extra
Sheet.
sheet.
We got some sounds in here now, y'all. We,
The
we playing
building.
around today, you feel me? Got the kids cheering for us in the back, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
but anyway, man, how you feeling?
Oh, I'm good, man. Another day of football. Man, I told y'all that my Ravens was gonna go on the road. So I'm great. We won the
Man,
battle of the Beltway, you know what I'm saying? I'll get more into that a little bit later.
actually, that's what's coming up next. He done kicked it off. We might as well kick it off straight away with the weekly weigh-in. I was calling it the weekly recap, but that's kind of trash. So it's the weekly weigh-in from now on, where we weigh in on something that we think is, pertinent for the week. Maybe it might be our teams, just something that we want to talk about real quick, get it off the chest or something. But it's on you, man. Go ahead. You already started. You might
Oh
as well
well,
kick it
well
off.
yeah. Well, basically, man, I'm calling it right now. This might be hot take. I'm gonna put it like that. Hot take. This might be the first co MVP of the same team.
Oh, that's a super hot one.
Yeah, same team, co MVP. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry share the MVP trophy, and Lamar, and they both get their first Super Bowl ring. And I'm calling it here now. So when it all come out, don't say I was on the bandwagon. I was riding trends. I'm calling it now. But Lamar, to be honest, man, all bias aside, Lamar is playing MVP football. He only has two picks on the season. I think he has, if I'm not mistaken, I think he has 11, 10 or excuse me, he has 10 or 11 total touchdowns. Over 1,000 yards passing. He has another 350, 360 on the ground rushing. Him and Derrick Henry already combined for 1,000 yards on the ground. All purpose
Cra-
yards on the ground already over 1,000 yards. And then
Crazy.
on top of that, you flip that to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is already he's on pace right now. He's on pace to be 5 yards shy of 2,000 by the end of the season. I
Crazy.
think they got him right now on pace to have 1,995 yards and like 20 touchdowns, 25 touchdowns, something like that. So it's like when you got those type of numbers, like come on, that it gotta be a co MVP. And I know a lot of people putting Patrick Mahomes in the MVP conversation right now, but that's only there because they're winning for one, they're undefeated for one, and because it's Patrick Mahomes' name. Is he playing MVP football? No, he's not. He actually is like top two, top three in interceptions this year right now. He got six, 7 picks on the year. You know what I'm saying? So he not, and I think he only got 6 touchdowns. So he's not playing MVP football per se. But it is a couple of quarterbacks that are in a running back that is playing MVP football. Lamar Jackson, I'll say that. I'll say Sam Darnold is playing MVP football over there. You got Derrick Henry that's toting the rock, going crazy. Um, who else? To be honest, even though their team is losing, Joe Burrow is playing MVP type of ball. But it just looks different, you know what I'm saying, because they got a losing record. But his
Yeah.
personal stats and personal numbers are doing good. Like so, right now that was my hot take, man. That's my weekly weigh-in. My weekly weigh-in is the Ravens are the best team in football. You heard it here. I don't care about the record. I don't care that we got 2 losses. I don't care that we already lost to Kansas City. Kansas City got us before they knew who they was. We didn't know how to use Derrick Henry yet. It took us 2 weeks to figure that out. All right, now we got to figure it out. We got a couple of things to clean up on the back end, but we'll see Kansas City in the AFC Championship game. I put it like that. Yeah.
Hit me with the yeah. but
Yeah, yeah.
he's feeling good about that weekly way, and that's what's up. I wanted to touch base off some baseball real quick, just not because I'm a fan of any of these teams. I know you're a Yankees fan, but they up 1-0, 1-0 against the Guardians. They play tonight, actually, in about a few minutes, probably. Yes, I believe so, and they should be started now. I don't know why they ain't do first pitch yet, but anyway, uh, they are 1-0 against the Guardians. Guardians lost 5-2 the other day, so that was that. Um, man, and just for as far as the NFL go, man, I just knew the 49ers was gonna beat the Seahawks. People kept saying like, man, but the Seahawks good enough, and I'm like, I get it, but it's just I just even knew a way like they had that game. They was gonna win that game. That was one of the most games where I was like, all right, bro, like this is a no brainer for me. I think it's gonna, tip off. Obviously, I've been wrong on a couple of games the last few weeks, but that was one that I just really wasn't even concerned about for real. I knew that the Seahawks can win. Of course, the Seahawks can win any game, any day. They've done it before in the past, but that was a game I was really, really confident whether or not it would have been a 1 point win or not. It just made no sense. Even Mason went out in the second quarter. The running back who taking the place of McCaffrey. He left out in the second quarter and still ended up with 73 yards on 9 carries, I think. So it's like the offensive line is good. Anytime you got a good offensive and defensive line, you give yourself a chance to win. It just made sense. So I wanted to weigh in on that too. Getting excited for some more fights that's coming up. I'll probably I ain't gonna talk about it as much as I normally do today, but as we get closer, I'm gonna bring those up. Ohio State and Oregon game made me want to throw something, but we gonna talk about that in a little bit because
No,
they wild.
I'm about to say we can talk about that now if you want to,
Because
or
they
you want
well
to go
yeah
ahead and get into the belt to ass trend.
yeah let's get into the let's talk about the BTA trend. Then we can go back to the Ohio State game because that one we somebody gonna rant on that one. I already know. It's gonna be a referee rant or a slide rant or something on that one. I know I got one, a short one. But anyway, we're gonna switch gears real quick. Talk about the BTA trend. Uh, you brought this topic to my attention in terms of wanting to talk about it. So, let's
So
get into it.
well, it's been now for the last couple of weeks now, probably a little bit longer than that. But if people are not familiar, the BTA or belt to ass trend is down on. It's more so down on the lower level of football, so the pee wee, high school, middle school, that level. Um, and what it is after the game, kids are taking their belts off, and when they doing in the handshake line, they low key trying to smack. I wish we had a clip so we could pull the clip up or whatever.
Yeah, I
But
should have pulled it up. But they're basically acting like they whooping the
they're
other
like they're giving them
kids.
a
Like,
whooping. And I've seen a lot of people like, oh my God, bro, you should be appalled. You should be this, that, and the third. And me personally, I'm not appalled about it. Is it is it not teaching sportsmanship? Of course. I do understand that. It's definitely a low level of class and it's the ways that you can go about it. But me as a competitor, I don't see that. What's the difference between that and me laughing in your face after a catch, or you crossing somebody over and you pointing at them while they're hanging on the ground, or you dunking on somebody and you saying head top? You know what I'm saying? Or you mossing somebody and you saying, "Hey man, you just got mossed," and you hitting the Westbrook rockabye baby on. It's the same thing. If you don't want to be taunted, then win. So I get it as far as on the lower level, it's not teaching the kids how to. appreciate the dubs. But with that being said, if you do that to somebody else 1 week, and then another team comes around and does that right back to you the next week, you got to take that. You got to take it all in stride. Then now that's just me because it's like I think that as adults, I think we act like that was never us. We act like we never taunted in somebody's face. We act like we didn't play these sports and showboat and celebrate and talk. Hey, like, hey man, you suck, man. You weak. Hey, you can't check me. You can't guard me, and put it all in somebody's face. I know I've done it. I know for a fact I've done it, and I had no problem doing it. Now at the end of the game, when we won, or what I'm saying, if we won, then yeah, I go in there and you dap up and you shake hands down the line. Of course, we didn't have this type of trend now, but even sometimes in the handshake line, we still talking. Oh yeah, you trash. Hey, number 21, yeah, I was giving you work all game, work on your game, boy. You know what I'm saying? You still doing that. You still talking trash. So at the end of the day, what's the difference? Are you upset because your child was on the losing end? If you don't like it, fight them. Win the
See, that's what
game.
I. See, that's the thing. That's the thing with me. Like when you taunting and talking, bro, that's a little bit different, bro. But when you take a belt, bro, as soon as you touch me with that belt, it's something. It was something going to transpire. Like you know what I'm saying? Like don't touch me with no belt, bro. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I mean, and
And
that's what I'm saying.
especially
And I
and
get it.
not only that, like now, if you open up the doors and you do it to a team, let's say just for racial standpoints, and then a kid that don't look like us got a belt and he put it on, then it's gonna have a different connotation. So it's like you can't just open up the floodgates. You know what I'm saying for something like that, especially if for me to be honest with you, it's about views, bro. Like most of the adults and stuff that did that and walking down the line, they recording it, they getting it on camera so that they could do something. You know what I'm saying? And then one of the videos I saw, it was a shorter guy. He was doing it to everybody. And as soon as he hit the big dude with it, the big dude turned around and pushed him. The dude was like, you know what I'm saying? It was almost off his feet because he messed with the wrong one. And it's like, so I get it. You know what I'm saying? Trends and stuff like that. But I think some trends is better than others. Like dunking on somebody's head, getting hype and doing the top. Hey man, listen, you got to get up there, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to get up
But
there.
what's
Hitting
but
somebody
what
with
I'm
a
saying is
belt,
this.
nah, bro, that ain't even the move.
What's the difference? This is different when you saying hitting somebody with a belt. That's to me the way you're saying it is taking it out of way more context than what it is.
Man,
Ain't
don't
nobody
need
out here.
you
Ain't
don't need no
nobody out
punch, man.
here striking, going. You know what I'm saying? They ain't coochie
That's what it's
kente.
go,
Ain't
but
nobody.
that's what it's gonna turn into though. You
I
coming
mean,
out
but
me,
all of this,
you
all
tapping my butt with a belt, bro. Like, what are we
okay.
doing
So
here?
what's the difference between tapping your butt that way and doing it with a hand? Because we play
Either
football, we
way,
play, but no, but we play sports. So you telling me we do it all the time? Good game, 21, good game, 25.
bro.
With the hand coming with it coming down the line.
I used to
So
be like,
what's the
hey yo,
difference?
I used to be like, hey yo, hands bro, that me, bro.
Word, bro.
Word.
But that's what I
You
know
ain't
for a
never
fact you ain't did that. I have.
you ain't seen that at when we was playing with the Warriors. Cuz came up, I was like,
No,
hey yo, I was like, hey
no. That's
yo.
what I'm saying. I played me playing football for as long as I played. I didn't good game somebody even in the handshake line after the game. Hey, good game, good game, good game, good game.
I'm not saying that
So,
that's not something that's
but
normalized. I'm saying the difference even if you want to put it that way, the difference is the intention. You coming up to me saying good game, all right, good game, bro. But if you coming up to me, you trash. I'm gonna be like, what? Like, what are you doing?
it's still. But what I'm saying is just me. I'm gonna just say me for just knowing what I've done. If I'm going down the line and I know I done had a great game and I'm hey good game, hey you trash, good game. I'm still because I'm taught to go down here and shake these hands. It doesn't. I'm still gonna talk my trash. I'm still tapping them on the leg or tapping them on the thigh. Now the intent, like you said back then, my intent is not saying, oh, I'm gonna hit you with a belt. I put my belt to your ass. You know what I'm saying? I gave you a whooping. That's not my intent. That's just
Yeah,
okay. That's just the sports community. But at the end of the day, even in today's world, if you just wanted to switch it and be like, all right, guys, don't don't use the belt. Okay, all I got are you doing the sim? It's still my thing is you lost and they putting it in your face. If you don't
yeah.
like losing, then be better.
I mean, I agree with
At
that
the end of
part.
the
Like, if you
day,
don't like losing, definitely be better. We ain't passing out participation
if you
trophy,
don't
but
if you don't want to be taunted,
but
then be
but the
better.
but the belt too far though.
If you don't want somebody putting it in your face, then be better.
Yeah, like if I was at a game and the coach let the kids do that, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching my son get tapped with a belt, me and the coach gonna have words after the game. Like, what's up, bro?
For
Like, what
what?
did you doing? Don't put no
But for
belt.
what?
What
But
did
it's
you?
not on him.
What did you put? Yeah, it is. What are you talking about?
No,
If you're
no,
the
it's not.
coach, y'all gotta
Come
conduct
on,
y'all
bro.
behavior.
See,
Y'all gotta conduct y'all behavior better. But so
so
you gonna
so
let
you
your kid, you gonna let her. All right, you. So if you got the same viewpoint as me, you like, nah, we gonna conduct ourselves better than this. You see a kid coming into the handshake line with a belt, you just gonna let it rock. Like, all right,
yeah, if I see it, but you trying to tell me you can't see? You got 53 players on the coach. You got coaches in the front. The coaches are the head people walking down, and you got some coaches in the back. You can't see every kid. You're not telling
on
me,
them clips, bro. It's adults on both
yeah.
sides of the line.
But you're not. But you can't tell me that after the game, these kids like you don't see that behind the scenes. You're not seeing that these coaches are getting in the locker room and be like, "Hey, bro, I just seen this clip. What you doing? Da 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 da." They probably had. I seen a clip where
That's why
they
I
had a
said we gotta
response.
have them words. That's why me and the coach
That's,
gotta have them words. Hey, bro, you see that? Did you address
but
that?
that's what I'm saying is as a player, as a parent, that's not my place. That is you are coaching. I'm letting you coach. Now,
It's my
if
place.
my child's life is in danger, okay, then I'm gonna say something. But right now, in between them lines, I'm gonna let you coach and do what you gonna do. And that's because that's for me being a player and me being a parent now. I'm not gonna step on your toes as a coach because I
Nah,
seen something in the stands and I stepped in and didn't let you handle it the way that you was gonna handle it.
I'm gonna ask you how you handle it when it come to my
Now,
kid.
if
Hey,
you
bro,
letting this shit rock,
did you address that, bro? Like, was that cool? Because you might think it's funny. Now, if the coach think it's funny and they letting something rock, then we have a different conversation. But the first conversation
so you taking your son off the team because of that?
depends. It depends on
On
what
what?
conversation it is. If we had a
No, let's
conversation,
say
he like, yeah, I
the
addressed
coach
it.
let
Now,
it rock.
if he think it's funny, he let it rock. Yeah, we gonna pick it. We gonna go play for a different team where they ain't allowing behavior like that to happen. Yeah, what are you? Yes,
Okay. So then now you play for that team, you play against the team that you. And that's what I'm saying. These
yeah.
trends, it's on the kids. It's not on the parents. Everybody, all these adults is taking it on them. Like, oh well, you got to do this and you got to do better. We was kids. We did all types of stuff without parents and coaches knowing. We did all types of stuff without these coaches and parents knowing, and we did that before it was social media and cameras. Now the only difference now is they got footage. So that's what I'm saying. It's not the parents and the coaches that's condoning. Now, am I saying all of them aren't? Yeah, it might be some coaches out there that's condoning it. Like, hey, bro, we putting up 70 points on everybody. Do what you gonna do.
Belts for everybody.
Belts for everybody. You know, they come in there with that type of, but that might be something the way that they was raised and the way that they was coached. Like, you got to think about the history of the sport. We got to talk about the U. We got people even on the college level. Okay, you get an interception, they got pick chains and turnover chains and celebrations. All of that is a form of taunting. Now, this lower
That's
level
cool.
people, and I think that people don't like it because it's your 8-year-old or 12-year-old son, and you like, oh man, he just lost, and everybody wants to be participated. No, it ain't about that. When you lose, you supposed to feel like a fucking loser. Excuse my French. If you lose, you supposed to feel like a
Yeah, bro.
loser. You're not
The
supposed to
belt just too
feel
far, bro. Taunting is acceptable, bro, to a certain extent. The belt too far.
so.
Like if my
What
son
happens?
came out, and and did that, he gonna get whatever he gonna get from the coach. Then when he come home, he gonna have to hear from me too, double time. Like, what is you
Of
doing?
course, but at the end of the day, man, I feel like this. So if you get in trouble and you about to get disciplined by your parents, and they pull that belt out. You about to get a whooping. You just got whooped. So you hop on that field and you get blow out by 40. You just got whooped.
Man, the belt too far, bro. The belt too far.
Look, man. All I'm saying is now is there still a line? Do coaches and parents still need to show these kids how to have a little bit of class as far as taking a win, you know what I'm saying, with some dignity and stuff like that? Yes, of course. But at the same time, you're not going to be able to see everything that these kids do. Do I think some of these parents are taking it too far as what the kids are doing? Yes, I do think they're taking it too far. If you don't like losing, stop losing.
Yeah, like
But
one
at the
kid,
end of
well,
the
like one kid did the Dion or some or in a Dion in the gritty he had scored. I'm like, and people was like, oh, well, why the kid showboating? I don't agree with that because if I take a pick, I'm definitely gonna hit the Dion. You know what I'm saying? So I know what y'all talking about with that one. But in terms of the belt, like that's too far. Like, what is this? The WWE now? We turning it into WWE. We got props. Next is gonna be a chair. What are we doing here?
I mean, but I'm just saying it can, even without the belt, it can, this the trend can still be there without a belt. It's ways to do it without using the belt. So if the trend is only bad because these kids are taking their belt off and doing it, if that's the only reason why the trend is bad, okay. If that's the only reason why the trend is bad, it's because the significance of the belt itself. Then
The
okay,
be-
because there's ways around it.
Yeah, the belt or just it. So like you said, if you tap somebody on the thigh, like, hey, bro, like, all right, I get that. You know what I'm saying? Tap him on the thigh, hey, bro, you was trash out there today. All right, but if you hitting me with, or bringing it, and it's a hot, it's a even though you're not hitting me like hard with the belt, you still you got it, bro. Don't do that, bro. It's just
And
it
I
ain't the
think
right thing to do.
people are getting mad because they know what it symbolized. So even if you didn't use a belt, I think that even if they didn't use a belt, even if they played a song, they were like, "Up, we won. Hey, play our victory music," and they played a song and still just shook their hands down the line. And guess what?
Oh yeah, you
Everybody,
gotta have the
everybody,
victory. Nah, that's
everybody
that's
would still
that's
have
too
a
crazy
problem.
right there. Nah, no, they
Everybody would
wouldn't, bro.
probably still they would because you got to think of what they're doing. They're trying to take the celebration and the taunting out of the game. They even talked about taunting about 2 years ago in the NFL level. Now,
Yeah,
certain stuff is
they
too
still
far.
do time. Yeah.
Certain stuff is a little bit too far as like the gunshots and stuff on the college level. Yeah, that's taking it too far. But most of the time, and you should be able to taunt, is football. It's a sport. Like not
Yeah.
even just because it's football, because of it's a sport in general. When you have the victory of winning and beating your opponent that you train week in and day out for, yes, bro, you're going to celebrate. Yes, you want to show that off. It don't matter because your opponent got to see you do it. If
If
you don't
somebody
like
got a
it, you should have
but if
won.
somebody got a problem with playing somebody playing some theme music, that's taking it too far the other way. Now we going too far the other way. Because then if you do that, bro, just hypothetically speaking, if they was to do that, you gotta take college fight songs off. Because soon as they get the dub, if it's a big win, they shake hands, then they go over to their sideline and they link arms and they sing their school's fight song with the band. So you got to take that out if you're doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? The other team's still out there getting off the field. So you
Right.
can't you
But
can't
that,
take that
but
away.
that's
So
all.
that's yeah, you can't take
That's
that
all.
away.
That's all I'm saying, man. I just feel like, yeah, is it being a little bit too much? Yeah, I get it, but at the same time, if you don't like it, bro, win. That's just kind of where I stand on it. So it's like even if, like I said, even if it was my kids and they was the one initiating the act, yeah, I'm gonna talk to you after the game, but that doesn't mean it's gonna stop. That doesn't mean it's gonna stop. Like, all right, man, I got in trouble, but guess what? I think it's funny. And if we win next week, I'm gonna do it again. Like, and I'm just saying this as me being a player myself and knowing the stuff that I used to do as far as stuff that coaches didn't know we was doing, the trash that I used to talk in between the lines, the stuff that we used to
But
say
if some of
after
that
the
stuff
game.
that you did, I don't think that justifies the wrong things though. Like just because somebody got away with something don't mean it's right. You know what I'm saying? So like
But it doesn't but
the
it doesn't mean it's
kids
wrong either.
the kids doing the belt thing, like so, like I'll give you an example of something that I would do, right? So if and this is just a parenting thing, parenting idea. I don't have to go through this, but this is hypothetically speaking. So if my kid go out on the field, get a dub, finds a way to get the belt on the field, and then start tapping kids on the butt with the belt like he whooping them. All right, you got your dub. Why you do that? I'm talking to him why he did it. That's unacceptable to me because this, and this, whatever the reasons are. Go over it with him at that time. When he lose, when he lose, you come home. Oh, I'm gonna have a belt hanging on the front door. I'm gonna have one hanging on your room door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have them hanging
No,
all
yeah,
around
I'm
the
with
house.
yeah.
Like,
But that's what I'm
oh,
saying.
you wanted to be,
But
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'm with that. My thing is that if you're going to do it, you got to be able to receive it too. And I think that a
yeah.
lot of people are hung up just because they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's happened to my child." Okay, but guess what? What if you win? Now you could do it to somebody else. All right, but if you lose, it's going to happen to you too. Don't sit here and for 5 games you've been BTA, we winning, and then the one time you get blew out by 30, now it's on you, and now you trying to scrap. Nah, you got to walk down the line to get the same treatments, huh? You know what
Yeah,
I'm
cause I,
saying?
cause
That's what
I ain't
I'm
gonna
saying.
lie, bro. If that was a trend back in the day, bro, when somebody did that to me, one, we probably would have fought.
Oh, we'd have been fighting.
We'd have been
We
fighting.
had we had we had fights. We had school fights for less back in the day,
And not only
but
that,
like I
bro.
said,
Soon as I get a dub on you, I don't care if it's in Monopoly, bro. If I beat you, I'm pulling the belt out after that. Like,
it was
oh,
even, but
oh,
even on the high school level, when we was growing up, it was teams that we didn't even. It was some games that where we didn't even shake hands after the game because tension was already so high. It was one of them type of games to where, all right, we just got to call the game over, everybody to their locker room. Because if y'all walk, if we cross paths,
yeah. Well,
that
see,
now
yeah,
we got
see,
a brawl on our hands because we talking
yeah,
trash. They mad because they lost. We're putting it in your hey, bro. We just hung up 50 on y'all. Hey, bro. Remember all that stuff you was talking? And like I said, now it's to me as far as the trash talking. I think the trash talking is different now because back in the day you had meeting people at the park or depending on what type of community you was in. That's when you did all your trash talking. Now you got that, plus you got social media and all of that type of stuff now too. So it takes the trash talking to a different level because it's not only when I run into you in the street, it's I can look up your name, I can see your school, I can see, you know what I'm saying? I can see your social media. Y'all clowned us on social media. You making videos. You know what I mean? So it takes
yeah.
the trash talking to another level. Like I said, it's on the parents and the coaches to teach your children how to win with some type of class, yes. But
Please
at
do.
the end of the day, you're not going to stop everything. And as far as the kids and the people that are fully okay with it all the way through and through, okay. But you got to be able to take what you give out.
And watch out for to do it to the wrong one, because you're gonna catch the wrong one, and that's
As,
gonna
as
be.
far as
Hey, I'm just saying
as
that.
far
That's
as
just
I'm
gonna be your
concerned,
wrong
that's
one.
what you get. That
Oh yeah, for
like you
sure.
said, that video where the big dude, like I seen that same video where big dude push cuss, but that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah, that
But
video.
cuz took
That
it
video was a little bit more sinister for the simple fact, like I said, that was the video with all the adults around. Like it was a coach on this side. He walked right through the coach with the belt out, like, and it looked like a big old belt too. I'm like, oh my goodness, bro. I
yeah, now see
even,
that, like I said,
yeah,
like that stuff is too far because now you got kids having the belts on the sideline and going to go get them.
yeah,
Now,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I
That's
think
that's what I'm saying too. Yeah,
when the trend first started, if anybody know, well, I don't know because of course, I don't play football no more. But you used to have belts, football
yeah,
belts in your pants. So in the beginning, they just took their own belt off. Like, all right, it's a football belt in your hand. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, and I've also seen videos where coaches grab players out the line. Like,
Yeah.
hey, bro, we not doing that, man. They getting they I think they issued out. I think some high schools issued out a suspension.
Yeah, I know it was on the news up here. I know it was on the news up here where they was talking about kids was doing it and or some kid did it or whatever, and they ain't take it too kindly.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, is the trend about to die? Yeah, because they, like I said, they issuing now suspensions and stuff like that. But guess what? By the end of the year, by next year, it's gonna be another trend.
It's gonna be another
You know what
trend.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's gonna be.
you.
It's
I
always
mean,
gonna
you
be
right
something.
about that though. Like it's going. You can't stop everything. You know what I mean? You can't stop everything. But I just think that if you can, you know what I'm saying, or if you a facilitator or your organization, if you see something that's too far, like taunting is cool. Man, I'm down with the theme music, bro. When I get a dub, I want to hear my theme music too. I want some Dion. Let me give me my theme music. But that was a great idea. I don't care who you close your ears if you don't want to hear the theme music. But yeah, man, stuff like that. That don't bother me, bro. Like even when Tyreek Hill was running faster than people talking about bye. I mean, you got to run some stairs, bro. You got to get faster. I don't know what to tell you. So that stuff didn't bother me. You know what I mean? But the belt, nah, man. Keep them belts on your pants, man.
Yeah, and for the kids that's doing it, me, I'm 50-50. So if you're gonna do it, bro, just do it better. Do it different. Don't actually put a belt in your hand, bro. Just tap it with your hand, bro. Good game. What y'all? Just make the sound. What y'all? What y'all? What y'all? What y'all? What y'all?
Hey, that's gonna be the next trend. I
Let's
think
do it
you
like
started.
that.
I think you started it. Just think you started it.
What y'all? Oh, with it. Now I'm just saying, man. Like,
That's wild.
I'm just
Hey.
I'm just being honest, man. As a guy that I've won my fair share of games. I've lost my fair share of games. I taunted in people's face. I showed them, hey, bro, I won. I'm better than you. You suck. I've also got that back in return, and I had to take it on the chin. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And that's how I grew up. It was that whatever you give out, you got to be able to take it. You got to be able to take what you give out.
For sure. For sure.
That's all I got.
Long story short, just do the right thing. And if you don't, accept the consequences. All right, hold on real quick. So next we just gonna move on to Oregon and Ohio State. We was talking about that a little bit earlier, and let's just talk about it, man. Let's just get this one out the way. So everybody knows by now, obviously, this past weekend, Ohio State had a controversial L because everybody said Howard slid and he had a second left on the clock. I'm see now. I feel like I'm like how you about to act or how you acted with the last topic. I'm gonna act with this one. Make the plays to win the game, man. Why y'all keep doing this to us every time y'all play a good team? Y'all want to get right up into the edge and make a mistake, get a ball back, slide with some time on the clock. Oh no, but we slid. But the clock should stop. So what? What was you gonna do? The same thing?
Now they had one. They still had a timeout in the book.
Man, they need to cut it. Like I'm just
But the thing is, they lost that game on the first down of that play. When bro fell, and they look, oh, we think he just fell. Like, no, bro, he folded and then thought about it later. Like, no, bro, throw the ball. You wasted. It was three downs on that play where on that drive where they wasted 5 6 seconds off the clock. And then at the end, they gave him the lane because all he needed, if he was going to go down, he would have had to get 5 yards, get the first slide, timeout. But he tried to get a little bit more. He tried to be greedy and get a little bit more. If you're going to be greedy like that, you might as well start running and doing scrambling drills. You might as well stay on your feet.
yeah,
So
and
I just think I
I
think it was
even
a
get the
bonehead play.
I even get the timeout thing, man. But my point is when you do something dumb, Like, let's not talk about. We always want to say the refs. I get it, bro. I get it. It's a lot of games where teams lose last second plays. Ref make a bad call. Or we can criticize the refs. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? That is what it is. But before you get to that, what about the plays where you lost the game? What about you not executing? Like, that it just don't make no sense to me. Because when he fell down, I was like, what? I'm like, what are we doing here? I'm like, here we go. Like, here we go.
But real quick, on the other side of it, he had a great game.
Yeah. I mean, I like his quarterback play. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, I mean, he had a great game. He rolled out when he needed to roll out. He let it's just, and the thing is, he came to Ohio State because they said it. He came to O State to be in those type of games, to be in that environment. And I think once he got there, for a quick second, he didn't know how to handle it. Now, like, unfortunately, you gotta take that loss on the chin. But the beauty of it all is that we got a 12-game playoffs now.
That's the next point I was gonna get to, because you lose this game, and it's not even that bad because you lost to the 3. You was a 2, you lost to the 3, so it's not that terrible. It's not gonna be that terrible in terms of the standings either. You're not dropping out of the 12. You know what I mean? So you still can go. Still can go to the playoff in a relatively good position, and I mean, you still could win the Big Ten, to be honest.
Yeah.
So,
and then on top of that, like you said, you still got the opportunity to win the Big Ten. You probably gonna turn around and meet him again.
And not to do that. Hopefully again, the next time. So that is good takeaways. I will tell you this. I was a little unsure him coming from Kansas State. I knew he was going to be a good player, but like, good don't always translate one everywhere, because you might not be a good fit for the system. You can see Florida State for that. number 1, 2 recruit, I think he was, coming out of the high school, 5 stars. Whew, he looked like he should have been 1 star. But that's but that could be system, that could be confidence. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we not there, so we don't know. We don't talk to him, so we don't know. But that's what I mean. Like, you could be highly touted, highly recruited, and you never know. And then you could be a quarterback like McCord. You know what I'm saying? You just don't even want to be there and play in that type of situation. Anyway, you go somewhere else, you might look a little better, look a little average, whatever game, but you're more comfortable in that system. So, you have a great game, and now we like, oh, he had a great game. So I got to say, I agree with you with McCord. I wasn't too sure because of all of those variables, not knowing whether or not he was going to live up to it or whatever. But the fact that he said he wanted to be in those situations and he's actually performing, I can't hate on him. You know what I'm saying?
You mean Will Howard?
Will Howard, yeah, Will Howard. I said McCord. I was saying McCord before, making a comparison to his skills, but I meant to switch it back to Will Howard. Yeah.
McCord couldn't hold. He couldn't deal with the heat. He lost some. He lost when he lost. He couldn't take that heat. He like, man, them Ohio State fans, yeah, bro. It come with the package, bro. We'll die for you if you win. They'll die for you if you win. But if you lose, boy, they gonna put your head on the stake, son.
On the stake. we had to touch on that real quick. The Oregon Ohio State debacle at the end of the game. But yeah, they gotta get back, and I think they will. It's gonna be difficult to beat them throughout the season, specifically because they defensive line, boy.
I do got another point.
Yeah,
I do got another touch on as far as that game. Oh boy, you got the sound effects ready? Give me a laughter one. Oh boy, the shutdown corner. Right. Was getting toasted all game.
Hey, the crazy part about it is they was talking about that like replaying the plays over again. I can't remember what I was watching, but it was somebody that was a content creator. He just kept playing it back. I'm like, bro.
bro. Like you said, you was shut down corner, bro. Hold on, what I just said on the last segment. What's all? BTA. What's all? That's him. He was what's all game. What's all?
Boy was out here going crazy. But yeah, man.
Yeah, you
But
got to do
anyway,
better, my guy.
definitely got to do better. Well, we'll see what they do. We'll see, see how it progresses. Because I think Ohio State will be right up there. I think Oregon, obviously, they beat us, so they probably jump us and be number two. We probably drop down to like 4 or 5. But anyway, we'll see how that go, and hopefully we can get better results throughout the rest of the season. I think we will. I don't think it's no. I didn't think we would lose to Oregon, even though I knew they were talented. But
Yeah,
every given
it's no need
every
to.
given Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Yeah, it's no need to hit the panic button quite yet. But I will say this before we move on. Ryan Day lose another big game and he's gone
He can't lose to the team up north at all this year.
at all. Like he can't if he lose to them again, he's gone. He's out of there.
Yeah, and
They're not.
that's gonna they gonna be chanting in Columbus. They gonna be
Yeah,
trying to get
he
him
lose. He
out.
lose. He lose another. To be honest, if he lose another game, they're gonna be chanting in Columbus.
Facts. Definitely can't be to them too though. But anyway, moving along, we're gonna talk about some stuff that just happened a little earlier in today as we recording this is Tuesday, October the 15th. So a little bit earlier today, had a couple trades. Adams got traded to the Jets, reunited with Aaron Rodgers. Man, I don't think this gonna save him though, bro. I don't think it's gonna. They don't got enough. I think it's gonna make Aaron Rodgers look better. You know what I'm saying? A couple more touchdown passes. You know what I mean? Devontae Adams and him got a rapport. They can help out Garrett Wilson as well. Get a little bit less of those double teams and brackets or whatever. But I'm gonna just say it. I don't think it's gonna help him. I do think that the Raiders was crazy how they did that. Like they let Derek Carr go, and that's who Devontae Adams wanted to play for there to play for what's his name? I can't even think his name right now.
O'Connell.
Not O'Connell. He played for O'Connell now, but I'm talking about who he played for right after Derek Carr used to be the 49ers quarterback and then played for the Patriots before then. I can't think of his name. Who did Bill Belichick trade to keep Robert Kraft tell him to trade to keep him happy? It was what is his name? I can't think of his name right now. He was there before. He was at the 49ers before Purdy. It was him and it was him, dude and
Crap, man.
start with a J.
Garoppolo.
Yes, bruh, Garoppolo. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. But so they let Derek Carr go who he wanted to keep. Devontae Adams wanted to keep there. He wanted to play with his college quarterback. And then after he got there, they said, all right, bye, Derek Carr. We're going to bring in Garoppolo. Garoppolo did his Garoppolo thing and got up out of there. And now they got McConnell. Whatever, bro. They just that situation was just handled very poorly, and obviously GM and coach got fired at that time because they had let's see, I'm about to miss up names again. But anyway, it don't matter. They gone. The $100 million man they had as the coach, I can't think of his name. Gruden. They had Gruden, and but anyway, let them go. It just messed up that whole situation. Now they lost a star wide receiver back to the Jets. And again, to reiterate, I do not think that this is going to help them. I think it's going to help them. I just don't think it's going to resurrect a season like they think it's going to be.
No, because the thing is, if you watched the game last night, there wasn't a wide receiver away from being great. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you watched that game last night, it wasn't like, oh man, all they need is another wide receiver, and they will be da 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 da. Now, I think it, like you said, I think on the back end it'll help Aaron Rodgers out. I think it will help their offense out. Now, I mean, I guess you can say that because you had they had they had a couple opportunities in the red zone where they didn't cash in, left it in the field goal kicker's hand. He smoked like what, two or three of them last
Yeah,
night.
that is true. He did that. If they would have made them field goals, we talking having a different conversation. So I will say that.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, it will help, especially because you got somebody that you know that you trust. You got somebody, and then I think it's funny because the post game conference or interview or whatever for Aaron Rodgers was like basically the guy ran the wrong route. He was like, well, he's supposed to be on the red line. Like, I look up and he doing the in route, so I had to throw it a little different to adjust to that, and he got a pick. So it's like, soon as he ran the wrong route, bro, give me Devontae Adams. so
Yeah,
so
but
now it's
but
gonna
but
pay us
Aaron
even
Rodgers
more.
ain't gonna talk about how he made some underthrows the last game. Like, he ain't gonna talk
Yeah,
about that because the game
it's
before this past one, he made like two terrible throws. I'm like, what are you
yeah,
doing? He
yeah,
made some great ones
it's
too,
not
but nah.
it's not like I said, bro. It's probably gonna win you a couple of more games. If it comes down to an offensive thing, then yeah, it's gonna get you a couple more games. But your offensive line is still terrible. Aaron Rodgers still can't move back there. He's a statue. He's 40 years old. He can't move and he's coming off an injury. So yeah, you got you. I think they did that for Aaron Rodgers to be more comfortable and to get Garrett Wilson and the rest of those receivers on his page. You know what I'm saying? All right, look, y'all can learn from this guy, and he can show you. Like, all right, boom, boom, boom. This is how I like it. All right, cool. Because you got to think, like, when you got a 40-year-old quarterback who can't move, you got to do everything to help him out. The ball got to be out 1-2. Ball got to be gone. So
Yeah.
you gotta have them type of receivers to do that. You got to run them type of routes. You got to have that type of play calling. But does this is this one of those trades that turn them into a contender? No, because the only two teams that y'all beat was what? I think it was the Titans and the Patriots. Like the two wins that they got are not against playoff teams anyway. Everybody else that y'all played, y'all have lost. All the contenders, y'all have lost.
Yeah, man.
Now, would this help them at least come number two into the division? Yeah, but they could probably string some wins along, and they might be able to sneak into the playoffs. But like I said, you got to when you got Aaron Rodgers, you definitely always got some type of a shot on offense. But I don't think this was a power move to you. Like, oh my God, the Jets are finally back. Like, no,
No, I think they did that also to save a little bit of face because you figured you got Aaron Rodgers the first year he got hurt 4 plays in, and then now, you know what I mean? They struggling in terms of schedule wise and really offensive wise as well. So I just think they doing it to save a little face. It should open up the offense. It should. I just think Aaron Rodgers is one of those quarterbacks. Like, even if he gets into the playoffs now, like, what is he going to do? Like, so you mentioned like in the red zone area. Well, he had the red zone in the NFC Championship 2 years in a row, did nothing. So it's like, I'm not saying that he's trash. That's not what I'm saying. He's still an all-time great quarterback, but it's like at some point we got to recognize like we was talking about a trend earlier. Got to recognize the trend. You know what I mean? And is it going to regress back to the mean? Well, in football, I don't believe it normally does not regress back to the mean. It's normally a deterioration or depreciation is the word I was looking for. Depreciation in the value versus you going this way, going downhill, and then suddenly spike back up. So, I mean, he might be able to bring out the greatness here and there. Like, we done seen some great throws, like I said, this season, but I done seen some bad ones too, which is not really typical of Aaron Rodgers because he has seasons where he has single digit interceptions most of his career, and it's like we looking at one of those seasons where it's not looking too good. So we'll see what they do, what the Jets will do. I just think that I mean, obviously the Jets want to trade. You got one of the best receivers in the game, but winning a trade and y'all supposed to have Super Bowl aspirations, so that says
and
it
my
all.
thing is,
Says it all right there.
it's even more stupid because they got Hassan Reddick in the offseason, and they didn't even pay him.
I think that was the
He ain't
dumbest move in the off season.
he ain't played it down.
Nah, he not. He said he not
because
playing on that.
because they didn't want to pay him. They traded for him, saying that they was gonna pay him, and then didn't pay him, and then now you go get arguably top two. You know what I'm saying? Top two receiver, top five receivers in the game, top two in some people's books. You ain't gonna be able to pay him either. Like, oh, okay. And then
The
I
thing about
seen
the
that in
Jets
the
is they
contract.
probably would pay him just because Aaron Rodgers is there. They probably pay him and still not pay. Or they not paying Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick is going to be a free agent at the end of this year.
Yeah, they're not. Now they're talking about putting him in trades, and it's possible he might go to Detroit. But in that Eagles clause, when they traded him to the Jets, they said they cannot trade him to an NFC team. They trade if they trade him to an NFC team, they get like a another like a second round pick or something like that.
Oh, dang.
So yeah, it's something crazy to where they put it in the little contract stipulation. Like, all right, if y'all get him and decide not to pay him and trade him, y'all can trade him, but y'all got to trade him to somewhere in the AFC. Y'all can't trade him to no NFC team. If y'all do that, then we got to get a second round pick or something. It's something crazy like that.
That's smart for them because they got their own problems. That would make it worse if they went to an NFC team. So that was good foresight for the Eagles because boy, if Hassan, like let's just hypothetically speaking, he went anywhere else in the NFC East aside from Dallas because they got more problems than just Hassan Reddick needing Hassan Reddick. They could use him, but
Yeah,
but boy, if he went anywhere else, they'd be in trouble.
like if he went to Detroit, they in trouble.
Trouble.
Especially because they just lost oh boy Hutchinson.
Hutchinson, yeah, definitely lost Hutchinson,
So that's
but
what they saying. They talking about Max Crosby might be going there.
yeah, we definitely gonna see. We gonna move along here, and with the hold on, I'm getting some knocks, bro. Hold on, I'm gonna move it along real quick so you can discuss this while I jump home. I hate that we got to move to this or I can't just rant, but I'm gonna switch it to Amari Cooper getting traded to the Bills. Let you rock for a second. I'm gonna jump back on.
All right, no doubt. Well, Amari going to the Bills. Me personally, I think that this actually helps the Bills in this situation. Just because when you, like I said, the game last night, which is interesting that these both of these trades come up right after they game last night. You know what I'm saying? And you can see by watching the Bills. The Bills need a wide receiver. The bad thing is that they got Amari Cooper for a bag of Skittles. they grabbed him for a bag of Skittles, and they like, oh, bro, Amari Cooper been out there for a bag of Skittles this whole time. And I think as far as Cleveland go, man, Cleveland they tanking at this point. You know, they get rid of Amari Cooper. They trying to bring back get some draft picks back because it's wash. They're trying to get out of this Deshaun Watson debacle. But yeah, man, go ahead, man.
Right,
I see it stewing on you, man. But
bro.
overall, let me just say this. Overall, I think that this trade actually helps the Bills, like we said, with the Jets and Devontae Adams. That really didn't help the Jets. I do think Amari Cooper will help the Bills. You got a young wide receiver in Coleman. So you got a rookie that you're trying to grow up. It's kind of hard to grow up when you got to learn on the fly. It's always better when you got a veteran there to kind of teach you and guide you and stuff like that. And Amari is one of the best veteran wide receivers in the game. So I think that he can come in and show some of them young wide receivers how to do stuff. And it gives Amari a chance to actually play for something because you're not playing for nothing in Cleveland.
Yeah, man. The crazy part is that so like you seen like last year, he caught the ball pretty well. This year, he is the league leader in drops. So I was like, is it a skill thing? Is it a desire thing? Is it a ball placement thing? And for me, it looks like one, it's ball placement because Deshaun Watson been hitting Boy, I don't even want. He out there looking like Charlie Fry plus one. That's why it's number 4, but instead of 3. But anyway, bro, it's not looking good, to be honest with you. Like he had spurts last game specifically where he went on a little pass and run 10 for 10 in the quarter, dinking, dunking and stuff. Cool. He made a couple nice throws to Jerry Judy, made a couple to Amari. Then one of them, Amari dropped right in the numbers. And the other one was in your hands, Jerry Rice rule, but he still threw it too far high to the back. But anyway, he still could have caught it because his hands was right on the ball. But I think it was a desired thing and just an overall play thing. Like at this point, you know, in his career, he wanted to be with a contender. And at one point, we was a contender. You know what I'm saying? We lost to the Chiefs. Then they went to win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Then we missed the playoffs. Then we came back, said, let's get back to the offs. You know what I'm saying? So it was looking like we was progressing in the perennial playoff direction with this player. You know what I'm saying? Well, one of the playoff rounds we didn't have Amari Cooper, but this last one we did. Last year we did. But anyway, the other one was Odell. And but anyway, so yeah, so you know what I'm saying? He looking like, all right, we got a top 5 defense, which we ain't top 5 right now, but we was top 5 last year, number 1 last year. Nice defense, good offensive scheme. You know what I mean? We you know, making it to the playoffs 2 out of the last 3. So he thinking he on a contender. So then he dropping the ball and looking like he don't want to be there because he wanted to play on a contender. So get him out of there. What they did was they restructured his contract at the beginning of the year, which I didn't know that they was already gearing towards trading him earlier in the year, which is what I heard when I was listening to the Pat McAfee show a little earlier. I don't listen to a lot of sports shows, especially on Daya show. I just do my own research, but I did overhear that they restructured his contract and put a lot of the money up front so that they could get him out, so that whatever contender that he went to wouldn't have to pay that much. So like
for a bag of Skittles,
for instance, Denver, when they let go of Russell Wilson, they had to eat the $39 million, and then Steelers took on the 1 point whatever it was. This case, we did the trade. The Buffalo only responsible for $807,000 of the contract. That's the vet minimum almost. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, did them a favor. I will say this for Andrew Berry. I see what you're doing in terms of getting the picks, because most of his picks that he hit on been later round draft picks. Quiet as it's kept. So it's like he know how to weed through those rounds, find good talent through those rounds, and I think most of the people he picked is actually playing, and they playing some good ball on defense over there. So I'm just gonna stick to the defense right now. but you know what I'm saying. But most of those picks have been defensive picks, and most of them are playing. So I will give them that. But the crazy part is just how you go from being a playoff team. We playing good ball, make it to the playoffs. Yeah, we got whooped in the playoffs. Cool. We was on quarterback number 5, but 4. But anyway, 5. Quarterback number 5. This year we said, all right, we just gonna do stupid stuff. 1, 2, 3, stupid stuff. Like, and then just went out there, didn't sign Joe Flacco back, front loading contracts, trade our best receiver, supposed to be our best receiver, even though it looked like Jerry Judy is coming along to be that now. Offensive line is, oh my goodness, bruh. Like, bruh. We center got hurt last game. We was on our second string center. Second string center got hurt. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a whole bunch of stuff going on. One game we had almost our whole starting offensive line out. So you know what I'm saying? So it's just a crazy year for us, man. I wish we could do better, but I can't even. Deshaun Watson contract killing us, bro. Let's just put it right there. That's it's murdering us. So whatever, man. Hopefully people wake up this week, say, you know what, we got the Bengals. Joe Burrow only beat us once since in his career so far. Let's keep that record alive and get a dub, man. Like, come on, y'all. Play with some pride. You know what they need to listen to, bro? They need to listen to that Cool Runnings, bro. I see pride. I see power. I see a bad mother who won't take crap off of nobody. That's what they need to wake up and listen to so they can get this dub. And I'm gonna end that topic on that, bro.
Oh man, my sound went out for a second.
Can you hear now? Can you hear now? All right, I'm gonna just keep on going until you can jump back in. So next, after the talking about the trade and my displeasure and notable sadness with the with the Bill or not with the Bills trade, since they got Amari Cooper, which makes them better and makes us worse. I'm gonna move on and I'm gonna start doing our primetime picks. The first game for primetime is a Thursday nighter with the Broncos at the Saints. This one right here is a little rough for me, just because it's one of those games to where anybody could win. Broncos look like they're playing a little bit better football right now. Overall, anyway, still not a great team. Still not really a good team, in my estimation. Saints, excuse me, the Saints. I just don't even know what to say about the Saints, to be honest with you. In terms of my my opinion of the Saints, they've been hit or miss for me. Alvin Kamara, still Alvin Kamara, but again, I don't know what to say, particularly about the Saints. They just got 51 put up on them too. They did put up 27, which is enough, which can be enough. To beat most other NFL teams, especially a low-scoring Denver Broncos team. But I'm going to have to go ahead and pick Denver in this game. I think Denver comes back off of a loss, gets them a dub, and beat the Saints. Not sure what score. Not really going to pick a score. I'm going to just go ahead and move on to another game. I'm going to try to wait for E's game till he can get back on here. The next game, so I'll pick the next game I'll pick is the last game of the primetime picks, is the Chargers at Cardinals. This is another one of those games where I don't really see the Arizona Cardinals doing anything, putting up enough points to beat LA. So we'll see what happens there, but I'm not a huge believer in Kyler Murray, and I'm really not a huge believer in Justin Herbert either. But I just feel like the Chargers defense can do enough to stop the Cardinals. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. And then the last game, which I already know who E would pick here, is his boys versus the Buccaneers, and I'm gonna say it while he in the background. I'm picking the Buccaneers. I'm going to pick the Buccaneers to get this dub at home and upset the Ravens, give them another L. You know what I'm saying? That would just make me happy on a Monday night. You know what I mean? Just make me happy. Let the Ravens take a L, make Ciege happy since his team just traded away their best receiver. You know what I'm saying? Buccaneers, Avengers. Baker, Avengers.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You just sound really low on my end, and I was trying to fix it.
Oh no, it's cool. It's cool.
I couldn't just sit here and not say nothing.
Cool. Yeah, that's why I saved this for last.
That's fine. I think I know what you just said. That's cute. You going with the Bucks? That's cute. We going on the roll, and we gonna win.
All right, who you got real quick between the Saints and Broncos?
I'll say Bo Nix get a win.
All right, so we got the same there. And then what you think with the Chargers and Cardinals?
I'm gonna go Chargers.
All right, so we got the same there. So the only difference we got is the Bucks and Ravens. Man, get that upset, man. Come on, y'all. Do what y'all supposed to do. Help a brother out, get the upset.
They're supposed to lose. We getting it done, man. Action Jackson, man.
Hey, man, he is balling. I can't hate there. The only thing I can hate is because I'm a Browns fan. My team sucks, so y'all team might as well suck with us. That's wild. But anyway, go on around, Brown. Stop playing with us. Beat Joe Burrow. Any last words, bro?
Nope. Let's go Ravens.
That's what's up. Let's go Browns. Next time on the C podcast, hopefully without the audio issues, we got more great stuff for y'all. Y'all can send us anything that y'all would like to talk about, anything y'all like to see us discuss or whatever in the links below at X at the link ENT LLC, your Facebook, the link ENT LLC, Instagram, the link Entertainment LLC, the same with YouTube. Also, I just added a TikTok. I need to put that on there, and that's at the link ENT LLC as well. Man, this was a great show. I'm happy to always be back. I can't wait till next time. Like, share, subscribe on YouTube. Hit that notification bell so y'all can get notified when we drop our next show. Stay tuned for the Anime Maniacs. That'll be dropping later on this week. We appreciate y'all for supporting that as well. Also, the Link Podcast. I got something real special for y'all coming up. So stay tuned for that as well. But anyway, we appreciate y'all. We're going to get up out of here. Until next time, peace.